guys, it's Abby and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, wagwan. Thank you so much for joining us today, and if you've been here before, what's up? Thank you so much for joining us again. So this is the last video in my braces series. I took my braces off a couple of months ago, and before I took them off, people had questions and I got a lot of comments on one of my old videos about my braces experience and to do a video. So I did a series. I recorded the videos right before I got my braces off, so if you're interested in those, I did do's and don'ts of braces, my brush routine, all of that stuff, and the braces removal vlog is going to be linked right here in the playlist or in the description box down below. This is just an overview of my braces. So as you can see, sis ain't got no braces on right now, okay? I'm also going to be adding pictures and videos throughout the years because I did save them for myself, but then, you know, I started this channel, so why not include it so you guys can see. So I first got my braces June 2018. Before that, I had extractions done where it's like they take out teeth permanently. My teeth didn't all fit, so I had to remove some permanent teeth, so I always had space for the braces to come, but at that time I was in Jamaica, so I didn't get the braces yet, so I moved up here and got them. I moved them last year, December 2020, so I've had it for approximately 2 years and a couple of months, like they said. So in total it came up to around over $5,000, which is like the average price for braces, and I paid $170 a month, you know, based on division wise, based on the payment plan. If you pay a good amount up front, you have to pay less installments, so that's something to pay attention to. Would you recommend? I definitely would recommend braces. Like, are you kidding? Jeez, my teeth were so... I'll put pictures beforehand or check out my braces vlog to see the before and after, but I've had so many issues with my teeth. It was just a hot mess, so I finally got them fixed and I'm happy. So yes, of course I definitely recommend. So my process started with expanders. So basically what they did was, it was a metal contraption in my mouth. I'll put the videos right here, and it basically opened the roof of my mouth and allowed new bone to grow in the roof so that my teeth could all like fit over my teeth. So I had a crossbite where like the bottom row of my teeth was on the outside of the top row and the top row was on the outside of my bottom row, if that make any sense. But yeah, so that was my issue. I also had I wouldn't say crowding because I had permanent teeth taken out, but that was my issue. So I had expanders for a couple of months. I had something that I had to turn in it to, you know, open my jaw each day and, you know, grow new bones. So I had that. Then I got the braces themselves. I'm going to put clips right here. When I first got them, of course everybody's like, oh my gosh, is it painful, da da da. It was, I'm trying to remember now in my head, it was painful, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't cry when I first got it. Maybe I was just too excited because I'm like, my teeth are finally gonna get fixed. But they were painful. I did have to take pain medication, but not crying painful. The pain got more when I started changing wires and all of that type of stuff. So wire changes. Throughout the process, they added either thicker wires or thinner wires, or they had to bend the wires to fix with the teeth so that you could straighten out. That was painful, especially when you go and you get the top row and the bottom row changed. That was very painful. Check out my do's and don'ts video so you could know what not to do when your wires get, you know, changed. Anyway, those are painful. You couldn't eat. You had to eat like soup and soft things until the teeth start to, you know, get used to the pain and start to change and shift again. Power chains. So power chains are basically a stretch of elastic bound together all the way across the top or bottom row, and that just helps to bring everything in. So as I keep saying, I'll put pictures right here. Those were painful as well, especially if they changed the wire and the power chain. All of it together was just terrible. Those I remember actually like being in a lot of pain for and possibly crying, but you had medication. So that was that. So elastic bands. Elastic bands they have different levels to it. So they have firmer ones, they have softer ones depending on what exactly they're trying to do. But I've had elastics that go across my mouth. I've had elastics that go up and down, and that just helps to shift everything, and the elastics pull your teeth towards the direction that they're supposed to go. So if you have elastics, make sure you wear your elastic them, because that's what make everything move together. So those were more annoying than painful. If it was painful, you also knew that everything was working, so that was a good sign. But make sure to wear your elastics. Cleaning. So this is a very important topic, especially with braces, because they always talk about how when your braces come off, you don't want your teeth to be yellow, you don't want any stains, all of that stuff. So I do have a cleaning routine. Make sure to check it out. But following all the instructions that they gave, using all the equipment that they gave was very important. Just making sure to clean as regularly as possible, especially when you eat, because when you eat, it's a whole other story, especially because there's so many contraptions and equipment in your mouth. You have to make sure you clean it properly so that you don't have any issues. Now they always talk about breaking wires, breaking brackets. I have never broken a bracket, broken a wire. I was also very cautious. I did, not gonna lie, eat some of the things they told us not to do, but that was later on in my journey when I knew how my teeth worked and how the equipment worked and how braces work. So I never had that experience. I know for a fact it's expensive if you don't have a type of plan where it's incorporated in your payment, but I just know that's just a whole bunch of work because you have to go in and re-glue and rewire and reuse blue light, all of that extra stuff. You don't want that, so try not to break any brackets. Don't do what you're not supposed to do. Yeah. Eating in public. Eating in public wasn't bad for me. I just made sure that every time I was eating, before I open my mouth or anything, I use my tongue. I make sure I go around in all the corners and crevices. I make sure I clean everything before I start talking, because you do not want to see food stuck in your, you don't want other people to see food stuck in your teeth. Before I had braces, and I had friends who had braces and they used to eat, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, of course I told them, but when you're out with other people that you might not necessarily feel comfortable with them telling you, you don't want that experience. I've also mastered how to chew without getting too much in my teeth. So you know, like how most of the time you bite into something, that's where the food normally gets stuck. I tried to bite it and then put it to the back of my mouth immediately, so I didn't have that issue. I also tried to, once I finish eating, I rinse out my mouth immediately, or drink something and swish it around so I don't have nothing left over. I also carried floss picks to go in between the spaces so I can make a bathroom stop and just clean up everything so I have no issues, because that's the worst thing. You don't want to be out and have food stuck in your teeth. Another important thing, your teeth changes a lot throughout the process. So for example, in the beginning I didn't have a gap in my front teeth, but over time, when everything is changing, everything is moving, I ended up having a gap. And oh my gosh, looking back, I knew I had a gap, but because I hadn't, like, of course I had snapped at pictures and selfies and all of that, but looking back now, I'm like, bro, that's how my mouth did look this whole time. I'm like, I'm walking around with this big gap and space everywhere, and my mouth look larger now because everything is like spread out before it starts to close in. Oh, I'm like, oh, that's not even cute. Yeah, but just don't worry, new things are coming, new fixtures are coming, so just don't worry. It's part of the process. You will be fine at the end. You will look great, as you can see. Like, I just love my teeth, and teeth has always been such an important thing to me, and I look at teeth, so I wanted to make sure that my teeth look good, you know, especially because, you know, you're in front of the camera, you just want to look nice, presentable. So the next thing I want to talk about, cuts from the braces. So oh my gosh, guys, I have had so much cuts and sores and everything on the inside of your mouth, just from the wires, from the elastics. When you get new elastics, your mouth is not really adjusted to them yet, and so your mouth is constantly brushing against it, and you can get cuts on the inside. I had so many cuts, it was ridiculous. I used to rinse with salt water to help soothe it and get it down, but regardless, you're gonna have cuts all the time. After a while, your mouth just gets so used to, you know, stickings everywhere. Also the wires at the back that could cut you, or if your mouth not used to certain things, you just get pains on each side everywhere. It was just a whole thing. Appointments, I didn't really have any issues with my appointments. My dentist was great, my orthodontist was great, excellent work. I knew people who went there, and so I got a referral to that place. And then when I started asking people in my area, almost everybody went to that orthodontist, and everybody who went, their teeth look crisp, clean, pristine, lovely. So yeah, make sure you always go to your appointments, eat before you go. Just make sure you and your orthodontist on the same page, follow everything they give you. The appointments were no big issue. They were actually pretty good. You go in, you get your new checks, you figure out how's your process going. Is everything going fine? Are you following the instructions? Are you doing what you're supposed to do? That way, you know, your process can get run through properly and you can have nice teeth. Yeah. So overall, I did have a great experience. If there's any questions or anything I didn't answer, you can make sure to comment them down below. If there's some things in here that you wish I had said, I most likely said it in my other 3 videos, so just make sure to check them out. I also did think about getting Invisalign, but when I first got my braces, I'm like, listen, I'm paying money for these braces. You're gonna see that I have braces on. To some people, it's like, braces, ugh, that's so, you know. But then to other people, it's like, oh, she have braces, okay, her teeth gonna be fixed. So it depends on how you look at it, but I look at it like, I spent this money, you're gonna see that my teeth are gonna get fixed, you know. I do have, oh, I didn't even talk about my retainers. Okay, so let me show you my retainers. So if you watch the braces vlog, in the end you'd see them actually create my retainers for me. This is the container I have. I actually have 2 of them, but one for morning, one for night, but I decided to put both of them in there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is kind of how it looks. It's literally a mold of my teeth, top and bottom. I wear both at night and a top one in the morning. So retainers, not really that bad. The first couple days, it's very weird, very painful, but after a while I get used to it. When I go back to my next appointment, they're going to tell me, you know, what I need to change, what I need to adjust. They're also going to tell me how my teeth looking for the length of time that I've had them off. I also have a permanent retainer under here, but it's like a metal wire with permanent glue stick to it. When I first got it, it felt so weird, like why, what is this thing? After a while I got used to it. I will say though that sometimes I do forget to wear my retainers. And if you don't wear your retainers, your teeth will move, so make sure you wear your retainers. Apart from that, everything is fine. You just brush like normal, and yeah, I get compliments on my teeth all the time, and that's my #1 favorite compliment. Like, yes, not oh you're so pretty, or oh I like your hair, which those are nice, but if you said I like your teeth, thanks. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed the knowledge that I gave. You know, I just tried to share because people were asking, and why not, you know? If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified every time I post a brand new video. You don't want to miss it. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below anything you like about this video or that you'd like to see or know. If braces videos really weren't your thing, I have a bunch of other stuff on my channel. Make sure to check it out. I have challenges, makeup, vlogs, behind the scenes of music videos, a whole bunch of stuff, so just make sure to check it out. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.